Now to our next presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, now remarkable advancements in IT technologies have led us to tremendous shift in the media landscape. Now, people seem less and less inclined to sit around the TV sets to watch their favorite match. Nowadays, sports fans, they enjoy their team play through the smartphones or laptop on the go or wherever they feel like watching. Now, to give us insight in data driven monetization through OTT, we have the pleasure of having Mr. Denny Folk, Head of Business Development of Asia with Sport Radar. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Folk with a big hand. 스포츠 레이더의 데니 포크님을 따뜻한 박수로 맞아주시기 바랍니다.
안녕하세요. Hello, everyone. So it's my pleasure to be here. So firstly, thank you so much for the organizer having this time. I think it's very good for those who have passions on data, have passion on sports. So we got a chance to get it together. So today, the topic I would like to share with you is about the data-driven monetization through the OTT, over-the-top solution. So I think it's very important to highlight what the key insight right now for OTT was the changing landscape about the customer, user, fans engagement, and what's the challenges where we face it. And also, I will also go through some showcases how we work with different partners to driving the OTT in a data-driven way. So I think before talking about the solutions, I would like to go through about Sport Radar, give you some idea about what we are doing. So we are the global leading sport data and technology provider. So we covered over 400,000 matches every year, providing live score, very detailed player statistic and team statistic over more than 60 plus sports. So we also cover over 30,000 matches through our follow detection system. So we do a lots of match monitoring. So about our company, we founded in 2001. About the management team, our founder is Carsten Curl. And also we have Michael Jordan. We also have two teams of owners of NBA team, Mark Cuban and Tech Leonsis as our US board advisor. So we have a cover solution providing to over 1,000 clients. They are the clubs, teams, media owners, betting operators, brand, and advertisers. So right now we have over 2,400 staff in 24 locations and also with over 30 plus offices globally. So we are the official data partner of NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL, and NASCAR. So we work closely together to bundle different solutions to our partners. So we're a B2B business. So here about our group setup. So we have 4 core business units. One is sport media, so which means we provide data solution, technology solution for our media owners. So after this sections, we have integrity service. So we do match monitoring, and also we provide education workshop to different teams and leagues about the match fixing. So another unit we're dealing with is the right holder. So we work with different leagues and clubs. So we are managing their AV rights and also helping them to manage the redistribution to broadcaster and betting operator. So another section we provide a betting solution to the legalized betting operators around the globe. This is the basic setup of Sport Radar. So here's our partners. For sport media, we're providing like a global company like Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Twitter. So we are also in South Korea, like the Dom neighbor, those are biggest important here. We are providing solution to them. So integrity, we work with the UEFA. We also work with FIFA and other different leagues and clubs. So the right holder, we have different partners and we help them to manage their content redistribution. So betting company, the biggest betting operators, we also working with them. So I hope you guys get more idea about our service. So before we jump on the OTT solution. All right, so the second part, we want to go through you about the challenges of the modern era. So we were thinking about the people changing quite fast. The way they consume digital media is different. So we see we're like in a battle for attention. So you see, there's a lot of content, a lot of option, more fans. So we can see very quick questions for you guys here. So who is using Kakao? Please raise up your hands. Kakao as I am. Yeah. How about Line? You guys are using Line? Okay, seems like those guys using the both hands. So also, WeChat also popular for that. So you can see we're competing with different platforms over the time, the attention. So from the Google study, there are over 90% of people they're using multiple devices. I almost 3 times a day switching over to complete a task. What does it mean? It means like when you do the online browsing, you're attracted by a 4 minutes advertisement. Then you research about the service, and then you do the purchase through another device, and then use another device again, searching for the shipping status. So which means we are competing with different platforms and different content. So that's very important. We need to understand the attention span being shorter and shorter. So on the other hand, the content is not driven by only the content owner, but also the user-generated content. So we're competing each other. So very important. We need to think about as a content provider or as a right holder, how we need to capture our fans. Here we'd like to share with you about the demands of the modern fans. What the challenges, as I mentioned before, with more fans, more options, more people competing with. So you see, there's a 4 important elements we need to think about when the demands of the modern fans, what they're looking like, or what they're looking for. First, very important, we need to have a seamless accessibility. That's very important because, as I mentioned, when you're watching the match, there's a different way we can watch. We can watch on the different device, tablet, phone, TV, different way. But as owner of the content or the right owner, we need to make sure we can find a way to ensure we can reach the fans, and on the other hand, the fans can reach us, no matter what the platform they're using. So you see, there's also some consideration we need to use about it as a platform owner. They also need to think about maybe some voice search, more interactive, easier way, user-friendly features that to be developed within their OTT or apps to make sure every time they got being connected. The second element, we think the fans right now very important. We're looking for more fans engagement and also the gamification about the content, because for sports, I think the people will not spend totally 90 minutes during the match. They're doing different stuff, sharing photo with fans on social media, keep tracking about the statistic, or making some guess to get a reproduction with friends. So they're doing different things. Maybe some are doing also TikTok video about the game. They're a different way about the entertainment. So for the engagement, we find that one thing very important. One day before the match, the content about using the online video increased by 75%. That's very important. You know, it's totally changing about the fans. They're not just watching the live game before, but before the day, there are a lot of interaction between fans, about also the leagues and clubs. So we need to take care about this. The third, very important, also the very stable user experience. Very interesting word is stable, but you can see the fans requirement keep changing. So which means as a media owner, as a content owner, they need to think about a strategy to keep track, closer with their fans. Another thing is about the personalization. It's also very important. Also from the Deloitte research 2019, it's about 72% of the sports fans seeing that the personalization is very important to them. They highlight very important, which means more personalized thing, they're more welcome to that. But the way how we become personalized information, how we making of it, so I think that should be making use of the data. So after that, we understand about data, how we make use of this, then we can do it. Right, here the pictures about the changing environment. That should be, after different years, you can see a different way you enjoy watching things. It's different, okay? All of have the headphones, mobiles, different things, stuff, capturing the moment. Right, here about the figure, about the OTT, I would like to highlight two main figures for you, so that you can get more deep idea about the market. So during the forecast, there will be around 123 billion in US dollars. The OTT projected revenue by 2023. So you can see these figures keep growing. Comparing to the last year, is almost double the figures within the coming 5 years. So another figures we'd like to share with you is about the investment the media company into the online streaming technology. The expense will come to 6.8 US dollars by 2021. So there's also a big increase on that. So we see that's a very important for the media company right now, thinking about moving to the OTT. That should be the way they see they can get closer to the user to understand what the content they're looking for through the OTT platform. Right, another figures also would like to share with you is about the diehard fans spending 3 times more than the casual fans on the streaming. So you see, it's very important whenever we launch different new services, there should be some early adopter, followers. The diehard spend is very important indicator showing what the coming behavior. So we can see there's a very big growth about that. And 56% of the sport fans would like to have more interactive content. So you can see this one-way delivery is not enough for us, as a media owner or content owner. So in short, for those 4 figures, you can see the potential of OTT, and also the user behavior keep changing. So we need to think about the strategies and the plan, how we capture their attention. Right? So the next part we want to share with you about how data drive revenues. So here is a diagram for you guys to understand about what we think about this data-driven approach. So as you see, we got video live streaming, like the matches have a online live streaming, but you can see there's the 2 types of data point that we can collect or we can produce during the event. One is competition data. I think Duncan also share with you lots of data points created from different using different technology. So we see there are lots of data points we can collect during a live event, so to generate insight story to them. So another data set is also very important about the behavioral data point. So when we combine those together with the video content, then we can get more understanding about the user behavior. So here I would like to highlight the 4 points very important why we need to have this data-driven approach. Firstly, it's very important you need to understand about your user and also their buying or consuming habits or behavior that's driven from those behavioral data set. The second one, you need to make sure you can deliver to them the right content, the right timing, also the length. This is also very important. There's like a micro form. You are using a short form or long form. I think this is a trial and error process that needs to be done through the content provider. The third is very important. Also, through those data points, we can really deliver a personalized experience to our user. The fourth is more on the media online level or the content online level to make sure you can monetize your content more effectively. So that's why we need to have the data-driven approach when we are doing live streaming services to your user. right? So after talking about the data-driven approach, we'd like to share with you about the revenue streams that should be driven through the OTT platform. So very important, because there will be a direct revenue like the advertising or through some affiliate that are giving you more monetization opportunities. The second one would be the payments, like the subscription fee or online selling your merchandise and different products through the online platform. So indirect, it's also very important because OTT is rolling, potential is huge, but the way we need to think about different owner, the content owner, what's the status, what they're going for, and what their objective with that. So like indirect revenue, including digital activation of your sponsorship and promotions through your offline sponsor. The other it's also very important is to view the brand value and also enhance the fans engagement. So we need to make a balance how we want to achieve before we go into the data-driven OTT solution. Here we'd like to share with you some showcases about how we work with our partners and what they think about when they're doing the OTT solution. Okay. Here we are working with YouTube TV. So you know the US market is very competitive with OTT. You see different branding, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, or different like Netflix. They're doing very successful, which means the people already understand more about the service. So we have the program with them last year. So we got the NBA player tracking solution because we are the official data partner with NBA. So we have partnered with a company called Second Spectrum. So we got the tracking data, which means the ball movement, play movement will keep track in the lifetime. So we have those data points, and then we create different data point data beforehand. We also including the short charts on board, and also we provide the expected points and also expected score, and also the score play to make sure we can create some insight to attract the people. This is about the promotion of the NBA final. So you can see, as I mentioned, it's very important we got more demand from the fans before the game. They want to understand more. So those data points can actually help them to understand more about the game and also some interesting point they can talk about before the game, help to drive it for that. So I think the result is very good. So after NBA, so we are extending our partnership with them on different sports, including MLB, NHL, and NFL. So another partners, we start working with them is One Football. They are the leading global football media platform. So they're doing very good. They got 11 million monthly active users. So they broke the record during the World Cup last year. There's around 35 million users having with that. So what the sport radar provide with them is backing up with their apps. And also as try to make them have apps access to the football content through their channel partners, because they're the Berlin-based company. They're working with different broadcaster partners to bring in the video score to them. So we have the working with them starting from 2014. So basically for the data point, they already get the understanding about how to make use of data point to match with the event. So with a chat with the CEO, Lucas, about what they think about they need the OTT. I think this here are 5 points we want to summarize here. Like they see the growth of the social media, the on-demand content they're looking for. The second thing, very important, they're also seeing the declining control of the traditional broadcaster and publisher. So I mean the link is shorter than expected. So also the payment gateway is more easier for the people right now to have the micropayment idea, the concept. Also, they want to really enhance the apps experience, user experience on the apps. I think the 5 is very important. They want to get also the insight through the data-driven idea, and then to leverage the digital ecosystem of them. So another one we're working with is Borussia Dortmund. We're providing the OTT solution to them. So I think that's very important. It's very clear. Then they're not trying to make use of the OTT to drive the direct revenue. They're very clear that you want to make use of this platform to reach as many as the fans from around the group what I have. So they're very clear about the objective. So we do lots of CRM matching data based management with them, and also make sure the front end to be running the production is fine. Also some program production. So I think they want to optimize the sponsorship partnership. As I mentioned, there's the indirect one. We try to have the digital activation of their current sponsor. So I think he would like to share with you a video about on the platform.
Also wir haben eine hohe Meinung von dir, Schmelle, dich schließen wir aus.
Wie kannst du Auto fahren?
Ich bin noch in der Probezeit. Ja, liebe BVB-Fans, es geht wieder los. Das Quiz-Taxi startet in die Saison 2019. Wir sitzen jetzt im neuen Safira Live. Ein Hammerauto. Ihr seht hinten liegen 3 Bilder von 3 Spielern.
Ja. Sollen wir die Spieler nennen?
Genau. Den Vornamen und dann habt ihr 3 Punkte. Nein, ein bisschen schwieriger wird's schon.
This is the program they call the Taxi Quiz. So they want softly promoting the sponsor, the Opel. So using a more casual way, making also use of the user and the fans to create some interesting story. It's not only the match about the game, there's also some soft-selling idea to make bundling of it. So I think that's the different way our partners are working on that. The Muay Thai is a more Asian boxing league we're working for. So we just launched a platform for them. So I think the most important thing, they got lots of travelers from China and Asia. So they're traveling the Thailand to watch the game. So I think they want to push it, to more interaction with the overseas our audience. So they have different pricing package we're setting up. So this is also the trial platform for them to make sure they can fine-tune the service package. This is also experience we're working with NBA, the League Pass, because they gather the event data from us, and also they have a behavioral data point so that they can try to analyze the service package. They can allocate it or deliver to their user. Okay. Another company we're working with, there's Agenda Sports, which is under the Deutsche Telekom. So I think I just shortly highlight the same. They're using this for also doing the CRM program for them. They just try to differentiate the pricing for non-user and user. This is another way they make use of the sport platform to also helping them to drive more subscribers. And then one, the World Rally Championship. So this is the rally matches or the content organized by the IFA. So they got a WRC Plus, which is the streaming arms. So here are the information, the service we provided them. I will not go through all the points, but very important. We find it very important. After we create the interactive live race map to them, bundling with the video, there's a significant increase about the viewing time and also the number of subscribers. Also, we have create up to 30 hours during the weekend of the content for them to drive their users. I think that's the different sports we're working with and getting some feedback from them about the OTT solution. Okay, so here, just to give you some recap, we have 15 years about the OTT solution service, covering over 10,000 delivered, the projects OTT, so about the feet. So here, the OTT partner we're working with, so I think from federation, from clubs, also from telecom media company, and also using as a promoted services we're also working with. So to drive to the conclusion, I think very important three items. Firstly, we need to establish a data-driven streaming strategy to tell story and narrative to your fans. The second, we need to create a direct relationship through the data insight, closely linked to your fans. The third item I think for the content owner is very important, how to analyze and optimize the revenue and unlock your digital potential. So I think that's my part of today's presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you.